You're stretching before your run, right? Holding each position for 30 seconds? Feeling like a responsible athlete? What if I told you? You might be doing more harm than good. Here's the thing. 90% of runners are stretching at the wrong time, in the wrong way, and actually making themselves slower and more injury-prone. Sounds crazy? Stay with me, because what you're about to discover will completely change how you prepare for every single run. And trust me, the last mistake, it's the one almost everyone makes. Listen, I get it. You've been told your entire life that stretching prevents injuries. Touch your toes, hold, breathe, repeat. But science has uncovered something different, something most coaches still don't talk about. Today, we're going on a journey through the 3 biggest stretching mistakes runners make. And more importantly, I'm going to show you exactly what to do instead. Prepare yourself. Because once you understand this, you'll never look at your warm-up routine the same way again. Let's dive in. Picture this. It's race day. You arrive early, find a spot, and immediately drop into a hamstring stretch. Hold for 30 seconds, switch legs. You've seen professionals do this, right? Here's what's actually happening inside your muscles. When you hold a static stretch before running, you're literally telling your muscle fibers to relax. You're reducing their tension, their power output, their ability to react quickly. Research from the Journal of Strength and Conditioning shows that static stretching before exercise can decrease muscle strength by up to 20%. 20%. That's the difference between a personal record and an average run. Think about it. Running requires explosive power. Your muscles need to be springy, responsive, elastic. But static stretching does the opposite. It makes them loose and less reactive. Your muscles are like rubber bands. A tight rubber band snaps back with force. A stretched out, loose rubber band? It barely moves. But here's where it gets interesting. Static stretching isn't evil. It's just misplaced. The right time for static stretching? After your run. When your muscles are warm, when you're cooling down, when flexibility work actually benefits recovery. Before your run, you need something completely different. Now think with me. How many years have you been doing static stretches before running? Drop a number in the comments. Before we continue, quick question for you. Have you ever felt slower or weaker after stretching before a run? Comment now. Yes or no. Because what I'm about to share next explains exactly why that happens. So if static stretching weakens you, what should you do instead? Enter dynamic stretching. But not the boring kind you're thinking of. Dynamic stretching means movement, active preparation, waking your body up rather than putting it to sleep. Think of your body like a car engine on a cold morning. You don't floor the accelerator immediately, right? You let it warm up gradually, getting all systems ready. Here's what proper dynamic warm-up looks like. Start with leg swings, front to back, side to side. You're lubricating your hip joints, activating your hip flexors and glutes. 10 swings each direction. Next, walking lunges with a twist. You're opening up your hip flexors while engaging your core and warming up your legs. Not holding anything. Constant movement. High knees for 20 meters. You're firing up those fast twitch muscle fibers, increasing your heart rate, preparing your nervous system for the demands ahead. Butt kicks. Activating your hamstrings dynamically, getting blood flowing. A skips and B skips if you're feeling advanced. These drills specifically prepare the exact movement patterns you'll use while running. Notice something? Everything is moving. Nothing is held. You're preparing your body through motion, not through stillness. A study from the University of Nevada found that runners who used dynamic warm-ups instead of static stretching improved their performance by an average of 4%. 4% might not sound huge, but that's over 2 minutes on a marathon time. The difference between qualifying for Boston and not. The difference between winning your age group and placing 5th. Your muscles need to be activated, not relaxed. Ready to fire, not ready to rest. Now here's my challenge for you. Try dynamic stretching before your next run and tell me how it feels. Comment, I'll try it. Let's build a community of smarter runners together. Okay, we've covered what not to do before running. We've covered what you should do instead. But here's the third mistake that's absolutely critical. and almost nobody talks about it. You finish your run, you're tired, you're sweaty. You check your watch, feel accomplished, and head straight to the shower. Sound familiar? You just missed the most important window for flexibility improvement and injury prevention. Right after your run, your muscles are warm, pliable, and ready to adapt. This is when static stretching becomes powerful. This is when you can actually improve your flexibility and help your body recover. But there's a specific order that matters. First, walk for 3 to 5 minutes. Let your heart rate come down gradually. Don't just stop moving. Transition gently. Then, and only then, move into static stretches. Now your muscles are receptive. Now you're not reducing power. You're promoting recovery. Hold each stretch for 20 to 30 seconds. Focus on major muscle groups: calves, hamstrings, quadriceps, hip flexors, glutes. But here's the secret within the secret. Breathe into each stretch. Deep, slow breaths that tell your nervous system it's safe to relax. This isn't just stretching, it's active recovery. And add foam rolling. Spend 5 minutes rolling out your IT bands, your calves, your quads. You're breaking up adhesions, improving blood flow, speeding up recovery. Studies show that runners who follow proper post-run recovery protocols reduce injury rates by up to 40%. 40%. That's fewer missed training days, fewer physical therapy appointments, more consistent progress toward your goals. The runners who advance aren't necessarily the ones who train hardest. They're the ones who recover smartest. Real talk. Are you currently stretching after your runs? Comment. Always. Sometimes, or never. Your honesty helps other runners learn from this community. So let's bring this home. The right way to stretch as a runner isn't complicated, but it requires unlearning what you've been taught. Before your run, dynamic movement that activates and prepares. After your run, static stretching that promotes flexibility and recovery. It's not about stretching more, it's about stretching smarter. Your body is your most important piece of running equipment. Treat it with intelligence, not just routine. Now here's what I want you to do. Try this approach for 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. Notice how your runs feel. Notice your energy levels. Notice any changes in soreness or recovery. Then come back and tell me what happened. And if you want to take your running even further, I've got another video that reveals the 3 nutrition mistakes that are secretly sabotaging your performance. Click the video on your screen right now. Before you go, hit that subscribe button, smash the like if this changed your perspective, and drop a comment telling me your biggest running challenge. I read every single one. Keep running, keep learning, keep getting better. I'll see you in the next video.